The most heartbreaking thing was whenever a parent say that they're going to show up and a child is expecting them and they stay dressed to the point that they sleep in their clothes hoping that the person come. It was very painful. It was very hard.
Everybody talking about it, but we about to go for I don't know what we saying, but I'm trying to get something because the niggas talking about it like a kitten and I'm purring every day. You know, I'm talking about they talking about me, but these bitches so much. And I got the USA, the Kyrie Irving, 10 on my back. Yeah, you heard it. Let me keep on going. Let me keep on rapping. Everybody know, but I keep on snapping.
The most difficult part about raising Matthew in a single parent household was because I was the woman, and there is so much that a mother can do for a male child. He didn't have encouragement. He had no support, emotionally or spiritually from a male individual. It was a major impact, major. He was very resentful, angered, and to make it even worse, whenever he spoke of his dreams and what he wanted to do, it was always knocked down by the other parent, He never encouraged him, to be great or to do anything great, And I just thank God that he had me in a place that I was at, that I was able to give him whatever it was that he needed at that time. So yes, there was a lot of anger and resentment on Matthew's part, because it's bad enough that, you're not supporting emotionally, but then when your child speaks to you and tell you, oh, I'm going to play ball, I'm going to be a basketball player, and you knock it down and say, you're never going to be great, you're never going to do this, oh, you'll never make it, that's not something you say to a child. I thank God for everything that I was able to impart in Matthew's life. Parenting doesn't come with a book. It's a day-to-day experience. So I did what I could with the grace of God, and God's guidance. And he turned out to be excellent, in my part. We all have flaws, but he turned out to be pretty good. I'm very proud of him.
Yeah. Nah, but the other day on conditioning, by the third sprint, I was like, nah, I quit, man. I mean, it don't matter if I was in the front. I was just like, I didn't even feel like a basketball player. I felt like a track player. Like, I was like, yo, am I Usain Bolt? I'm like, yo, we gotta make this time, make this time. I mean, of course, everybody want to be great. Everybody want to be great. But it's not everything is cracked up to be. It's hard, trying to be great. Everybody be like, I'm gonna make it, I want to make it. This person want to make it, that person want to make it. I never understood why people back at home are back at home. I don't want to say they took the easy way out, but they didn't stick with it. They didn't stick with the grind. Their journey was cut short. I think people respect the journey more of getting to your goals rather than just having your goals handed to you. Everybody want fast food results. Everybody want the microwave results. It's not fun, That's why when families, they cook Thanksgiving dinner and they cook Christmas dinner, they passionate about it. They put their foot in it. They took their time to make those yams, to make that mac and cheese, to cook the ham, to saute it overnight. You throw a little hot pocket in the microwave, you just like, yeah, I'm just eating this for now. When you put your all into something, that's what counts. So when I was doing those sprints, I'm just like, nah, you can't stop. You can't. You ain't come out here to stop. You came out here to be great. And greatness ain't gonna be handed to you. You gotta go take it. That's what keeps you motivated.
My name is Kenner Shennery. 20 years old. I lived with Matthew for the last 20 years of my life. This is my older brother though. Seeing Matthew grow over the last, all right, that's the thing. Cause if you want to talk about growth, we could talk about the growth from like college to now, or we could talk about the growth just over the last 2 years. Like you develop a crazy brand following over the last 2 years. But we could also talk about the growth as a person from college to now. Overall, it's just like, it gives you hope for real. Cause it's like, you see somebody go through so much and you wonder like, damn, if like if they going through it and they still manage to like be happy and like stay content, then I definitely could get done whatever it is I need to get done. Like, feel me? And with that, it's just like, I don't know, it's motivational for real. Like seeing him grow motivated me to like work harder for real.
He the greatest thing walking. I mean, hello?
I mean, I can't call Kobe. I'm not gonna do it. Kobe's not the best to ever play. He's not. And I apologize, but he's not. He's really not. If he was, I'd give him the credit.
So who the best player in the world ever?
The world ever? Jordan.
You know what? I'm not even gonna argue with you. I'm not even gonna argue with you.
When I hear the name Matt Thomas, to me, it kind of rings different bells. Growing up, it used to ring a bell of you hear it and you think like basketball. Right? Like as soon as you hear Matt Thomas, you hear it connected to some type of basketball stats, some type of basketball situation, something that happened at a game, or him just hooping, him working hard. And then now it's like I hear Matt Thomas and I think of like a brand, because I done seen his name on clothes, I done seen his name on shirts, in articles, I seen his name on the beginning of like projects, and it's like crazy to just watch somebody grow like that. How it changes from like ringing a bell of like just one person and their like behaviors and the things that they do, and then like it develops over time, and now it's like a whole brand when you hear one person's name. It's fire. When it comes to hard work, that's where my whole thing comes from. Like I work hard off the strength of I know somebody who implemented like this Kobe Bryant mindset. Like if you not working, it's somebody doing exactly what you want to do as soon as you put the ball down. As soon as you leave the gym, somebody that's still shooting. And I took that into consideration with everything, because Matthew just forced it. Like he's definitely one of the hardest workers I know.
Worried about shooting, he wouldn't have went
Was Tracy McGrady nice?
Tracy McGrady was different.
He was different?
He was a different.
So Tracy McGrady had 67 points.
Okay.
So was he a problem?
Yeah.
Make up your mind, you sound.
He was a problem. He wasn't the problem.
Looking shaky, baby.
I just said what you said. You said Kobe was a problem because he was good. Because he was good.
Kobe had 63.
He had 66 and 65. Yes. The score was 66 to 65 against the Dallas Mavericks. Kobe had 66.
He had 66.
Yeah, 66.
I bet you everything that you own, Kobe did not have 66 points in 3 quarters. We can't. Right now, you can bet this book bag.
I'm not betting the book bag.
Why not? You confident?
No.
You confident?
I would never bet my book bag again.
Come on, yo. Don't do it.
It was never no question of whether or not you was gonna make it, bro. I knew it was gonna be something. Like it was gonna be something, bro. Never no question. Only off the strength of like, you work too hard. Like you wasn't gonna stop working until you got something out of what you wanted. It was really never no question.
J-Rock, who is Matt Thomas to you?
I got a brother already, blood brother, but he not in the right path. So he my brother that's like pushing me to do the right thing. Like my brother, he don't really be in my life like that. Like people preach like, yeah, I got your back, but they're not consistent with it. He be on my back every day, trying to get in the gym, push me to like get work, get better and all that. I look up to him, like, and he's real. He a realist. If I'm not working my ass off, he gonna tell me. He my worst critic. He get me ready for next season, and I gotta kill.
So do you think he got a good chance of going pro?
Who, me? Huh?
Yeah, Matt Thomas.
Yeah, God got him for sure. He on the court he a good guy. He an animal on the court. Off the court he got the character I wanna have. He got the character. He got the personality. He an outgoing person. Grades good. Don't treat everybody with respect.
Does anybody work harder than him?
On this team?
Period. With anybody that you know.
Nah, it's the first person like I said, it's the first person that outworked me. So, like when I work out, he told me every day I gotta work out like I'm a freshman already. He told me I gotta work every day like I'm going pro tomorrow. And I ain't never heard nobody else tell me that. Everybody tell me like, work to be great. It's bullshit. Work to be what you want to be. I want to be a pro. He told me that. Like, look at, we just got done working out. He over there. On the weight.
I feel like Matthew's career and work ethics made it by, and his father not being in his life, pushed him even further to be the best and the great that he could possibly be. You know, like I said, my tactics were stern, and I was determined to make sure to try to say or do whatever I had to do that he would go in the right direction. You know, so Matthew turned out excellent. You would think that he had two parents in the household. He was determined to be the best he could be, and he wasn't trying to mimic anyone or be like anyone. He just was being his own self, his own identity.
You still suck. You still suck.
His lack of presence, did it put a battery in my back? It kinda did. He made it to one college game of mine. I didn't even know he was gonna make it. I think I played horrible because I kept looking over and I was like, damn, what he said to me is coming true. Like what he said to me, is coming true. Like he said, you wouldn't make nothing of basketball. You wouldn't be good at basketball, and you are fucking up right now. You're not making your shots. You know, you turning the ball over. You keep looking to the side. You pouting. You hanging your head. And there was so much more going on for me within that battle right there. You know, because it might look like I'm going through a struggle throughout the court, but nah, like it's because that person over there told me that I wasn't going to be it. You know, and it's just like, he might not even remember the conversation. Might not even like register to what you said to me. You might not even register that you stole something from me. You stole my innocence for something that I believed in. But it was cool because the killer that was created between how tough my mom was and how abandoned my pops was just bar none. You know, so did it put a battery in my back? Might have been one of the biggest batteries. You know, like I don't want to do push-ups today. You're never gonna be nothing with basketball. You know what? Let me go knock out these push-ups right here. Let me go, you know. And it's just like I just had to believe in myself. I just had to really get through that process in that moment because I only had me. Seeing people's fathers, you know, show up and interact with them, and then I have conversations with them, and then like the conversations is dope. Like, oh my God, I wish my dad was like this. You know, like it's just like had to keep in mind, like, yo, bro, you remember this feeling that you feel right now? Remember what it is, what you feel right now. Do not lose it. Most people feel pain and they try to like let it go and disperse of it. No, I like to hold on to it. I like to, you know, go through every option I can to exercise this emotion, because I feel like within this emotion I'm gonna find something within myself that I didn't even know. You know, I feel like I had to go through certain things, certain pains, because some people could not go through it. So that's what makes my story so different and so impactful, is because I went through a story that most people don't hear. All you see is everybody making it, everybody this, everybody that, happy-go-lucky family, $1 million houses, and a bunch of kids and wives. Like, my thing about it is that, you know, I've been overlooked for so long, and the way that the thing was written out for me was I should have quit a long time ago. But we here, you know? So it's like, I want to put it on a pedestal and let people know, like, you know, listen, this is what it is. This is the real hard truth sometimes, you know? Sometimes it's just like, you know, you'll shoot for the stars and land amongst the clouds, and people will make it seem like it's not that good, while those people are still on the ground telling you like, oh, you didn't get high enough. Hello down there. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, it's different. It's just a different feel. So, you know, watching people with their pops, like I said, at first it used to bother me all the time. But then, like, I became the person that I needed when I was younger. And then after that, it was just like, you are your hero. You don't need to look to nothing else. You know, you don't need to feel nothing else. Like, you know, your mom did an amazing job. And, you know, you carried everything else you need to carry. That's really just it.
Hello, my name is Mark, and from Nigeria. I lived in England for 5 years before I came to America, and I met Matthew 2 years ago, I think 2014. So yeah, I'm glad and thankful I met him actually.
You don't look no type of
sexy at all. Bring them drive down a little bit. You heard that? What's going on? What's this? Some Vaseline on your side like that. Yeah. Bro, you got Bro, come on, I'll put it on. Come here, boy. What's the Vaseline at, bro? What you want? You want that good? Yeah, you do. You look good. That's on camera. Let me see. We got a cocoa butter. But put some cocoa butter in it.
Stop hiding your piece, yo.
Yes, sir.
Stop hiding it.
Stop hiding that thing.
Let that thing hang, baby. Let that thing hang.
You get game.
You got to do some shit like this. Like when you talk to you, it's like, yeah, you know, Amber, and just grab it. They go, oh, girl, you see that?
And Matt is a very humble guy, down to earth, and just I read people. I tend to read people a lot, their body language, vocabulary, etc. And I could tell he's been through a lot. And what was really intriguing before I met him was that a lot of people told me that he was a very humble guy, even though he was from New York, and I've never met someone that was humble from New York. I usually met the ones that are very cocky and very loud and like to make a lot of noise, but him is very, very quiet and outgoing. So yeah.
Has he helped you in any aspect of your life?
Yeah, he's told me how to persevere, how to work harder than you think you're doing. There's always a level, a step up you can go to working hard towards achieving your dreams. He told me, I learned that from him, and just see him every day, the way he carries himself and everything. Is a funny guy. So I always like to learn good traits from people, and I've learned a couple.
If you could describe him in 3 words, what would they be?
Humble, perseverance, and success, actually. So yeah.
Last question. If you can give Matt some words of advice for pursuing his dreams, what would they be?
Faith. If Matt can practice the act of thanking God for the things he wants before it actually happens, then God will provide to him, because that's an act of faith, thanking God for stuff that hasn't happened. So I feel like that's all he needs, and the rest he knows what to do in regards to working out, working hard, what he needs to do, he knows that. But without God, nothing is impossible. With God, everything is possible.
You the only thing I know that's like a cheeky eyes, but you always squinting. You do what Fred do in his pictures all the time.
There's been dark-skinned niggas selfies, light-skinned niggas selfies. We try to pick through 500 pictures. Dark-skinned niggas put up the first one, nigga. Yeah, nigga. These real tough like, they shit. Nigga. Pop, nigga. Like nigga, you can hate me now, nigga. I still got that one. Who is the man? Make a drink and then don't win it. Make a drink and then don't win it. Nigga, I know you was getting saucy. Like, Matt was really my big brother for real. Like, I be the little, like, I was 8 years old this size, so nigga. I'll be like, take me to the park.
I wouldn't tell you no. I'll tell you no. You that size at 8?
I mean, Matt, can you make me a sandwich?
Yes.
Why you know
Yes.
Why he just make you sound so retarded?
I would never.
Because, yo, if you listen.
If I ever had leftover
Hold on, wait. TMZ here. Look at TMZ.
Yeah, he just got that whole conversation too.
Oh Matt Thomas is a young man, I think, comes from New York City. If he, in my opinion, if he had any sense, he'd get out of New York and go somewhere else.
If you can describe him in 3 words, what would they be?
Honest, dependable, and reliable.
If you can give Matt some words of advice for pursuing his dreams, what would they be?
Keep on working hard. Get somebody with you that will keep you straight.
Last question. What do you know about Matt as far as his work ethic?
He's worth it. There's nobody who works harder on what he's trying to accomplish, which he will accomplish.
I think that with the rejections and him not having his the other parent there, and the disappointments and the different hurts he experienced, that it trained him to be a very tough player and thick-skinned. He's really hard on himself, and he plays very well. But he will beat, he is his best critic. He will beat himself up over and over that he should have did this or he should have did that. You know, which is with the game, I guess that's how it is. I don't play ball. You know, maybe that's how you're trained, but Matthew has very thick skin. And he's so passionate. Sometimes I watch the games, or I used to be at games and I would be jumping up in the stand, Matthew, no. Because I saw that he was so passionate, and I was afraid of which direction he was going to allow his passion to take him, because he takes the game up all serious. I feel that Matthew's career possibly would be different if his father was in his life. I don't know if he would be as far as he is right now. I don't know if he would have went to college and gotten 3 degrees. I think that he might not be where he's at. So there's a blessing to me in the absence, because he was more determined to do what he had to do. And he always said he was doing what he had to do so he could take care of his mother, you know. So even him having that on his mind pushed him, you know, to do whatever it was that he needed to do.
What would you say to your father if he was watching this right now? Or what would you want him to gain from this documentary?
What would I say to my father if he was watching this? I don't understand why you weren't there. I don't think I care to understand why you weren't there. You know, everybody go through their own truths, their own situations. But you not being there might have been the best thing for me. I hold no hate in my heart towards you. But if you're watching this right now, this is what I made of myself. You know, this is probably the best thing that could happen. You know, I'm proud of where I got. I'm proud of where I am. You know, I am my own hero. You know, sorries don't do much for me. I'm great. But God bless you in your life. And I'm sorry you wasn't part of the journey. But we see where we at now. We see where I'm at now. Guess he was wrong.